Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Read 98XX Stories of the Past, Story 19, Return of the Nightmare. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. Story 19, Return of the Nightmare. Years and years went by as the world had forgotten 98XX and its horrors of the past. However, the gaming world only grew larger as game after game was released, and people started to mod games bringing even more content to the table. One of these modders was a young boy named Jackson. He was fascinated with implementing new ideas into an already existing game, especially since he always dreamed of being a game developer himself. The game in particular Jackson started modding was an old game from 1998 that he grew up with about a silly bear and a sarcastic bird. He published his first mod in December of 2019. It received mixed reviews, but that only made Jackson even more determined to do even better. So he kept working hard on more mods, releasing one in 2020 and 2021. By that point, he had a whole collection of mods that he was quite proud of. The mixed reviews would still come through, but a lot of them mentioned something that piqued Jackson's interest. Many complained about a certain character that would corrupt the game and cause bugs. This character went by the Nightmare. Jackson wasn't sure what this was all about and figured his playtesters were trolling him, but that was not the case. Jackson freaked out at what this thing was and decided to drop modding and pursue actual game development. Whatever paranormal activity that thing was all about, he wanted no part in it. Jackson spent the next year and a half working on his first big indie game that went by the title Brigadoon that was released in 2022. It received moderate reviews, but there were still some complaints about certain bugs and glitches. One of the complaints stated they glitched out of the wall in a mansion area and found a secret code, Midturgna. They then proceeded to input the code at the title screen of the game, and the Nightmare appeared, talking to them and eventually corrupting their game, making it unplayable. This revelation freaked out Jackson, realizing this thing was following him. He didn't know what to make of it, or what it was, or how it kept doing this. Jackson needed to be smart and get some info on this thing. He would make one more game to try to catch the entity. In early 2023, Jackson published Derealized as a small story game. Some of the topics that were in this game immediately drew this entity's attention right to it. By playing through the game 3 times, the Nightmare would appear and gave all the information Jackson needed, even finding another clue after going behind the castle, which only seemed to work after beating it 3 times. Jackson immediately researched with the information he found and discovered the tragedies about 98XX and Calvis games. The Nightmare must have cloned itself into the computer chips that were sold off to other game companies. One of the chips was bought by the same company that created the game he modded a couple years later. Jackson wondered if his modding had anything to do with awakening it, but right now, that didn't matter. He realized the only way to put an end to this entity was to find the original 98XX and put a stop to it, once and for all. The end, for now. This is our continued blind Let's Read of 98XX Stories of the Past, Story 19, Return of the Nightmare. Story 20, Beginning of the End. And considering we are now in the 20s, there is only 6 more stories left, as this ends on story 25 with no more nightmares. I hope you all appreciate everything that JacksonG has done, because he is an amazing, amazing guy who worked really hard and is trying to achieve his dream. And for that, my hat's off to you, my friend. Keep doing the amazing stuff that you're doing. And if you like what we do here on the channel, I ask that you give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget, we did play Derealized on the channel. If you're interested in it, you check the description box. There is a link to www.tinyurl.com/FlightlessBirdGaming. This link goes to a Google Sheet, which has every single playthrough we've done on the channel and a direct link to that playlist. So if you want to go watch our playthrough of Derealized, you can use that to find it very easily. For now, my dear friends, I want to thank you for everything. You all are the #1 YouTube community, all of YouTube, and I appreciate you greatly. Until next time, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.